Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum student. This is me Muhammad Rahim. Today we have a topic on page number 134, evidence of evolution. That actually evolution has any evidence or not. So this is the topic we are going to discuss today. There are a number of evidences that support theory of evolution. These evidences are based on the data that are obtained from different sources that shows this evolution does occurs. So a number of evidence are present to support these theories about evolution, and these evidences are based on information and data that is collected, that is obtained from different sources, and evidence occurs. Evidence comes from many fields. These evidences are collected from many fields like geology, in which we study the earth, and biogeography, in also we study the same the geography of the earth, and the bio and the life present on different regions of the earth. So these by the studying of these fields, and comparative anatomy, we compare the anatomy, the apparent structures of organisms. Embryology, the embryo, study of embryo by studying that from this field. Artificial selection and molecular biology, from these subjects, from these fields, the information, the data collected gives the evidence of evolution that support these theories. A comparative anatomy. Comparative anatomy is the topic in which we compare anatomy of organisms. Anatomy is the apparent structure, the physical appearance of any organisms. When we compare the physical appearance of organisms, of animals among them, so this comparison is called comparative anatomy. According to comparative anatomy, there are two major types of evidence that supports theories of evolution. One is underlying similarities of comparable structures, like pentadactyl limb, that means 5 fingers of 5 digits of organisms, of animals, that are comparable structures that we can compare of different animals. Pentadactyl limb means there are 5 digits we can compare with each other. So this is the first evidence that similarities of comparable structures. And also we can see like the arm of man, forelimb of horse, flipper of whale, wings of birds, forelimb of bat, all contains similar bones and muscles, and there are different they have different functions. If we see these structures, they are similar to each other. Forelimb of horse, flippers of whale, wings of birds, forelimbs of other animals. So they are similar to each other, and these are structures are comparable to each other. So in the first type, that comparative anatomy, we can compare these. By these we can assume, we can say that they are they were same in the past, in their ancestors, but nowadays they are different. These structures have different functions that were discussed in the previous slides, but resemblance show their modification from common ancestor. These structures which we discussed They are different in functions. Some are for flying, some are for working, some are for holding something, some are for walking, and some are for swimming, like in whale. So they are different in function, but their structure, if we see their structure, their muscles, their uh, structure, there is resemblance. The modification in their structure resemblance show that uh, they were they modified, they derived from the common ancestor, means their parent were same, there were common ancestor, common parent in their past. uh, Homology is applied on such a phenomena, on such a process. Here we apply homology. Homology is the subject in which we study the similarities of organisms, different functions but same structures. This is homology. Homo means same, logy means to study. Homologous organs having similar structures but different functions, like we are talking here in this comparative anatomy. They have same structures but different functions. So this is also the evidence. If the structure is same but function is different, so it means they are evolved from the common ancestor. Divergent evolution, these structures are made, these structures are produced, these structures are formed in the result of divergent evolution. Divergent evolution is evolution in which homologous organs are produced. So evolution that produces homologous organs is divergent evolution. So the evolution of this structure is divergent evolution. Second type, second type is shown by development of structure. How structures are developed, so with the similar functions. In second type, we can say that the structure are developed and the structure are different, but they do the same function. Their function is similar. So here convergent evolution can produce such kind of structure, that they are same in organs are same in structure but different in structure but same in function. So convergent evolution is the result. Evolution of that produces close resemblance in organs. Um, that is convergent evolution, like resemblance in the leg of insect and mammals. There is close resemblance. They are similar in structure, but their function is different. You can see that they are working in different. Mammals are use it for working, while insects use it for different functions, maybe. Like wings of butterfly and birds, there is they have a resemblance in their structures and have same function. Both use it for flying. These organs are analogous organs which serve similar functions but different in anatomical origin, means they originated from different origins. uh, they originated from different ancestors, and their structure is closely resemble and function is same. Sorry. Um Here in this diagram, you people can see, here we have human grasping, and this is human arm. You can say it has five digits, and the structure A, B, C, D, E. This you can say in the basic pattern of four limb bones of other animals, birds. There is going, and whale, and also horse and bat flying. So you can see here, uh, in the fly you can say there is the same structure. Bat flying use it for the same structure and is the same five digits. And here you can see in the whale, swimming for use for swimming, but as A, B, C, D, E, the same structures and five digits you can see. And birds, it used for flying, and there are A, B, C, D, E structures, and also the five digits. So uh, here is humor. Humor is same in all the ulna, radius, carpals, metacarpals, and phalanges. They are same in all these organisms, but they do their different functions. Another source uh, another source of evidence for evolution is the existence of vestigial organs. Vestigial organs are those organs which are useless in our bodies nowadays. They are functionless, they do not function. Vestigial organs that were functional at earlier time in the ancestral form. It means they were functionalized in ancestral in our parents, from where nowadays the present life is evolved, but now are non-functional. Those organs that were functional in our ancestors, in ancestral forms, but nowadays they are not functioning. They are called vestigial organs. These terminologies we will define in the last. The definition of these terminology will be in the last few slides. But here a little bit understanding is presence of vestigial organ is an evidence of evolution. If we see that nowadays some organs are in our bodies, in the bodies of organisms, in the bodies of animals, they are present but they are not functioning. They are functionless, so they are non-functional. Why? It means they were present in the past in our ancestral form, in the ancestral form of animals. They were working, but with the passage of time they evolved and now they are non-functional. So this is also the existence of vestigial organ is also an evidence to evolution. Some definitions are here. Homology, the term was used in the previous slides. Homology is the study of similarities between organisms uh, to determine common ancestor based on a gene physiology development regarding homologous organs. Homology is the study of same organs, the study of similarities among the organisms uh, to determine common ancestor. We study the similarities between the organisms, among the organisms, and we determine their common ancestor. If there is similarities in organs of some organisms, so it determines that they belong to a common ancestor, they belong to a common parent. And this study is based on the genes. We study on gene levels, on physiology. Physiology means the study genes, physiology, the study of physical, and development. And we also study on the developmental base how they developed. Regarding homologous organs, we study actually in homology homologous organs, same organ, they resembles each other. Homologous organs, those organs of animals which have the same basic structural design and origin but have different function, means those organisms they evolved from the same origin, from the same parent, from the same ancestor, and they are basically in structure they are same with each other, but they do different function. Uh, Organs like arm of man, forelimb of horse, flipper of whale, wings of birds, and forelimbs of bat all contain similar bones and muscles. They are same in structure, in bones, in muscles, but you can see arm of man is used for holding something, forelimb of horse is used for running, flipper of whale is used for swimming, wings of birds are used for flying. So you can say their function is different but their structure is similar. Such kind of organs are called homologous organs. Homo means same, logos means from origin, organs. Analogous organs are different organs. You can see those organs of animals that are different in structure but perform same function are called analogous. The definition of analogous organs are opposite to the homologous. In homologous, the organism, the organs were same but they do different function. Here the organs of animals that are different, that different in structure but perform the same function are called analogous organs. Now here we can see that the structure is different but function is same. How? Like resembling in the leg of insects. You can see the leg of insects and mammals, the structure is different. You can see the structure of legs of mammal and insect. There is too much differences between these two, but the function is same. Insect also use the legs for walking, while mammal also use the legs for walking. So function is same but structure is different. Such kind of organs that have different structure, same function, are called analogous functions. Like wings of butterfly and birds. Now look the structure of wings of butterfly and birds. They are totally different from each other by structure, by shape, by color, but the function is same. Both fly with the same wings, both fly with their wings, but structure is changed. So such kind of organs are called analogous organs. Divergent evolution, type of evolution that produces homologous organ is called divergent evolution. When we get homologous organs in the result of any kind of evolution, such kind of evolution is called divergent evolution. It means they are divert from that form to another form, are called divergent evolution. Convergent evolution, they are converted. The evolution that creates analogous structure, they converts. It means they were same before, now they are different. They creates analogous structures but were not present in the last common ancestor. So it means the present structure of the organ is present, it was not present in the common ancestor. Their ancestor were different because they were using it for different function, but now the present shape is used for the same function. So convergent evolution is evolution which gives in result analogous structures. Vestigial organ, vestigial organ are functionless organs, waste organs we can say. Those organs that have no appearing functions. Presently apparently they have no function and appear to be residual part from past ancestor. Means they look like, they appear like that they are the residuals, they are the remaining parts of the ancestor which are functionalless and non-functional they are nowadays. Those organs they are appearing, they are functionalless, they are non-functional in our bodies but are present, and they seems that are the residual, that are the remaining of the past ancestors. So example is present with us that appendix of a human, that is functionalless, that is non-functional nowadays, but it is the residual of the past ancestor. Pelvic bone of snake, there is a bone in the pelvic region of the snake, in the back side of the snake, which is functionalless, non-functional. It is also residual apparent. So such kind of organs are vestigial organs. Wings of flightless birds, this is the best example. The bird that have wings but can't fly, it means their wings are vestigial organs because they can't perform their functions. So this is vestigial organs. And in the last, artificial selection is the second type of evidence that we have here. uh, uh, by understanding this, I am going to read this paragraph. One of the Darwin's most difficult task was to convince biologists. It was difficult for Darwin to convince other biologists who were not agree to his theory of selection. That it was difficult for Darwin to convince all the other biologists that selection can be produced by that changes can be produced by selection within a species. He supported his arguments by pointing out the farmers and breeders. He pointed some breeders and farmers to produce some animals and some breeds to develop many varieties of them, plants and animals artificially. Darwin himself bred a pigeon and got varieties in color, size, form, and behavior of that pigeon through artificial selection. So he gave a statement. He gave a statement that if the changes are possible through the artificial way, through artificial selection, so it can be done by nature. He said if change is possible artificially, a similar process of change of selection can also occurs in nature. So Darwin convinced his other friends on such kind of situations. And nowadays we our biologists produced have produced completely new varieties of animals and plants through artificial selection. So artificial selection is also a type of evidence to the evolution. So this is all about our topic, and the chapter number 18 evolution has been completed. We will meet inshallah with a new chapter, with a new section of our book, interrelationship of organisms with their environment. Environmental biology will be our next lecture, chapter number 19. So till that, thank you to all of you.